Those are brought to us by our friends at professionalturf.com.
I need to appoint one of you, and I don't want any of your grief.
Not it. Russ. Sitting on my hands.
One of you has to watch the governor's State of the State address tonight.
I don't think so,
I
pal.
got Survivor.
I don't think
I got
so.
Survivor.
Yeah,
John,
I
Hyde,
got
you
I got a
busy?
thing. I got a thing.
Kenny?
No, I'm going to be looking for a rope and a raft.
You know what? Here's what I'll do.
Here we go.
After we have the big DRS League meeting in Newmarket, I will record it, and then I will watch it, and that way I can fast forward through stuff.
What would you fast forward through?
Everything.
Most of this meeting.
Tonight at the state capitol, Governor Walz will speak, giving us his State of the State address. This is required by state constitution to give an annual speech. There's just weeks left in the legislative session. There's no budget agreement. And what I'm wondering, it's a 7 p.m. start in the House chamber. And somebody has to watch it, because here's what we need to learn. How could he possibly turn this into anything positive? What is there positive to say? The budget deficit is $6 billion. You've got fraud that continues to be rampant. You have the discovery now that we are going to be on the hook for providing health care for 17,000 illegal aliens. Will that get mentioned? That's quite a number.
It's a lot of people, Joe.
Of people.
A lot of
They
people.
need care. The number of illegal immigrants enrolled in MinnesotaCare has far exceeded the initial estimates put forward by the Department of Human Services. In 2023, the Democrats, that's the year of their, weren't they having their wild frat party, their trifecta party?
Trifecta
Yes.
party.
That's the year.
They decided that we're allowing illegal immigrants to enroll in MinnesotaCare. That's the state health care program, funded entirely by state taxes. So on Monday afternoon, just 2 days ago, Senator Jordan Rasmusson and Representative Isaac Schultz, Representative Jeff Becker, and Senator Paul Utke held a press conference to draw attention to the large number of illegal aliens enrolling in the program. Beginning in January of this year, just 3 months or 4 months ago, illegal aliens were allowed to enroll for the first time. Minnesota's Office of Management and Budget initially projected that only 5,700 illegal immigrants would enroll. However, more than 17,000 enrolled.
Wow.
Figures provided by the Republicans came directly from state agencies. In just 3 months, the enrollment for taxpayer-funded health care for illegal immigrants is nearly triple what Democrats said it would be, said Rasmusson. This is an astounding surge that validates my concern that this change would incentivize illegal immigrants to come to Minnesota. When Minnesota's most recent budget forecast was unveiled in March, this is the one with the $6 billion deficit, the cost of covering illegal immigrants via MinnesotaCare was estimated to be $220 million. Okay, but given the dramatic surge of illegals enrolled in the program, the GOP now believes the state will be spending over $600 million in the next 4 years.
Oh, it's just a figure.
Or almost exactly the amount of the fraud output so far, $600 million.
That's kind of a nice coincidence.
So again, what could this man say tonight? What could he zero in on to offer rays of hope to the downtrodden citizens of Minnesota? Will this come up, I wonder?
I think it's going to mostly be negative, isn't it?
He's not capable of that. He's going to tout himself.
Is he going to focus on the state, or is he going to focus on ripping Trump.
That's what I mean.
I bet he does.
That's what I mean. He's going to rip Trump, say Trump is killing business in Minnesota. He's going to rip Trump for the trans rights, and he's going to talk about what a great job Ellison is doing by suing Trump. I bet you he doesn't talk about the food fraud, but he does talk about the fact that the kids need more money for food.
I'm not taking any of your bets.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
I think
Did you write a speech?
I think
Spot
it'll
on.
mostly be negative.
What he will do is, in regards to food fraud, he'll talk about how they came up with a new department to combat the food fraud.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right.
Well, here, let me continue. Illegal immigrants are given $7,000 per person in MinnesotaCare benefits. 17,000 illegal immigrants enrolled in the program, combined with the $7 per person bill, will cost the state $107 million in the current fiscal year. As such, GOP lawmakers criticized Democrats for prioritizing illegal aliens over the needs of Minnesotans and stressed that state resources instead must be focused on adequate funding for nursing homes and disability services. Minnesotans are watching their loved ones lose care while Democrats hand out free health care to illegal immigrants. Minnesotans are not put first. While Minnesota has a projected budget surplus for the coming 2-year budget period, the state is facing a $6 billion budget deficit soon afterward. Okay.
Wow. Jeez. Wow. Oh.
Alpha News reached out to the Department of Human Services, Minnesota Office of Management and Budget, WALS, the House DFL, and Senate DFL for comment. Nobody wanted to comment. So will this get mentioned tonight?
You know.
Good one, Joe.
Yeah. You know the answer.
Well, one of us has to watch it, and it'll probably have to be me.
That's about the only thing we've been right on.
Don't worry, it'll only be 64 and partly sunny at 7 p.m., Joe. Nothing to see outside.
One of the TV stations.
How do you watch it? I got to find that out.
Well, one of them this morning, 9 or 5, one or the other, was running B-roll of him giving a speech while they were talking about it. And he was ranting and raving and projectile sweating, and it kind of reminded me of a certain part of the world in the late 30s, to be honest.
Really?
The ranting and raving, yeah. It was so fun.
I grabbed this story off the local CBS news site, and they're offering it, of course, but maybe other channels are too. It's live on CBS News Minnesota. Oh, you have to stream it? I don't know how to do that.
I like your chances.
You got to press.
Good luck with that.
You got to say something into your microphone.
I was going to send this to you, but since you're bringing up our dear leader, King Walls, this was dated, I believe, what was the 21st? Is that 2 days ago? Yes. The Minnesota Department of Health issued a press release, Joe.
Yes.
Due to the recent federal funding cuts, the public inquiry hotline that started in the early days of COVID-19 pandemic will officially end on Friday, April 18th.
Wait, what was the
Wait a
setup
minute.
line?
We still have them?
We still have this.
Do the setup line again. Due to what?
Due to the recent federal funding cuts, the public inquiry hotline that started in the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic is going to end today, Friday, April 18th. The hotline, Joe, was a vital service that offered a way for Minnesotans to connect with the Minnesota Department of Health to get information and answers about public health information and resources.
That was 5 years ago.
The hotline provided a way for people to receive health and safety information in other languages. Staff bilingual in Spanish, Somali, and Hmong provided this service. The language line was also used for other languages when needed. From March 20th, 2020 to March 2025, the public inquiry hotline handled 461,792 calls. Staff also provided information to Minnesotans via countless emails.
Well, thank you, President Trump and Elon Musk.
Due to federal funding cuts. Otherwise, that sumbitch would have been still